Hey folks, welcome back to my shop. Jamie Wilson, one of my subscribers, contacted me and said that he was having trouble going from the pull cut into the push cut, and in my videos he couldn't see what my hands were doing because I had the tailstock in the way. Now, this video, I've got a piece already mounted up. It's on a woodworm screw, but until I get it balanced and rounded out, I'll have the tailstock up. Never ever trust a woodworm screw. This was a woodworm screw that broke. I've broken quite a few of them. Which is why I always have the tailstock up, especially when the piece is out of balance. I cannot emphasize enough on safety, from wearing your face shield to having the tailstock in place, and use extremely sharp tools that'll cut down not only your turning time, but a lot of catches happen because your tools aren't sharp. I love helping people, especially new wood turners. My phone number is 817-724-7612, or you can email me at russbar56@gmail.com. If you call or text, don't be disappointed if I don't answer the phone or get straight back to you, because if I'm out in the shop, I am not going to hear the phone. But I will get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, I've got this already on a woodworm screw. I'll bring my tailstock up and I'll get it balanced. I'll pause the camera. I'll move it up into a better position, looking down. I'll get the outside rounded up. This is probably going to be a 10-inch bowl, maybe 9.5, I'm not sure yet. But we'll get the show on the road. Once I've got it balanced, I'll move the tailstock back out of the way and finish rough turning the outside. Alright folks, bear with me a little minute. I'm going to pause the camera, get you into a better position, and we'll get this show on the road. Okay folks, well, hopefully you can see what's going on up there. Make sure we're clearing everything. I know the tailstock was in the way, but it's only going to be there for a few minutes. I've got my tool rest across at an angle. I'm going to turn the overhead lights on so I can see what I'm doing. My go-to bowl gouge, the Woodcut 5/8 with a traditional grind. Make sure everything is locked in. This piece of wood is fairly wet. The tree was only cut down a little bit over a week ago. Okay, there we are at 600, and we got a little bit of vibration coming in. So I'm just working across the corner. Just doing a full cut across the corner. video camera rather than my phone. Come back, take a bit more off the corner. See what we're looking like. Still got a flat edge there, flat edge there. Getting a little bit more balance, so I'm going to crank the speed up. There we are at about 850. Just a pull cut. Going up the side. A little flat spot just there. But apart from that, we got a chainsaw cut just in there from where they cut the tree down. But that's alright, that'll turn away. As soon as we're a little bit better balanced, I'm going to take the tailstock away. Reposition a tool rest. Make sure everything is nice and tight. My gouge, the tip is at about a 15-degree angle up, and the gouge itself up from the face of the wood back is at about a 45-degree angle. Just going to be using the very front part of the gouge, first quarter of an inch or so, bringing the gouge straight back across. Starts coming around the corner here. If I don't move my right hand back, the gouge is going to escape. Okay, so from there, all I'm going to do, my gouge is still at the angle that I was doing the pull cut. There, so all I'm going to do to maintain the bevel contact, I'm just going to slowly push my right hand back towards the tailstock, get the bevel, as it starts to come, I'll bring the handle back into my waist, Don't force the tool, let the tool, if it's sharp, it will cut at its own pace. Once again, that's the bevel pointing straight at the piece. I'll turn it back, move around till I got just the point, or just the first quarter of an inch of the wing cutting. Pull it back towards me. You hit the corner, hand goes back towards the tailstock, you get the bevel, the hand comes back, lock it in on my snip, then move the body as the gouge is doing its job up the side. We've still got bark, a fair bit of bark left on it. Once again, we'll do the pull cut across the back. A lot of bouncing on that bark. Come around the corner, hand back towards the tailstock, get the bevel support, rock the body. Again, when you're working with bark, you get this all the time. A piece of bark will get onto your gouge and stop you from cutting. Here we go again. We'll push cut in, see if we can get rid of this bark. I'm going to crack the speed up to about 1000 RPM. Don't get too greedy on the bull cut. Come around the corner. My left hand basically does nothing. The left hand is just there to hold the tool under the tool rest. And move the body as we're going up the side. That's when we get these nice long shaders. And we're just about there. Still got some bark just here to get rid of. My rest is a little bit far out to do on the pull cut. Come around the corner once again, my right hand goes back towards the tailstock. Get the bevel support. Bring the gouge back in, handle back into my hip. Move the body as we run up the side. Look at this is beautiful coming across here. hopefully I'm going to be able to save this and I'll get the rest of this bark taken off. Just move that around and in a little bit. Rid of that bark off there. Okay, take a little bit more off the face. Straighten that tenon up. Okay, now go ahead and make my tenon. I make my tenons about 3/8 of an inch, and that's usually just a guess. So far I'm pretty good at guessing thicknesses, because on the tape measure that's exactly 3/8 of an inch. If you haven't got one of these, make one for your chuck. Captain Eddie shows how to make these. This is for my small chuck. So this part here is actually for the minimum width that my jaws will close around. And this here, this side, if I'm doing a mortise, that's the minimum width I can do on the mortise. And I can actually afford to take this down a little bit more. To set the angle on my tenons, I use my small skew. The reason I use the small skew is it also will give me a flat spot for my jaws to sit on. You can do this with a 3/8 detail gouge or a spindle gouge. That's whatever you prefer to do. I prefer to use my small skew. Whoops. Came out a little bit too far. What I'll do now Move this out of the road. I'll bring my tailstock back up. It didn't bite in the way I was hoping it would, but it left me a mark where I can actually use the point so when I reverse mount it to finish it, I've got a reference. Now on my live center, I've taken the pin out. The reason I do that is if I'm using my spur drive, I can maneuver the piece without the pin wanting to fall back into the hole that it came from. Now, my spur drive was a 4-prong spur drive, but I ground 2 of the spurs back down, and I drive the 2 spurs into the wood going with the grain. So on this, the grain's running that way, so it gets driven in. I mainly use this when I'm doing a natural edge bowl. I'll drill a hole down through the bark with a Forstner bit, put this on and whack the hell out of it with my homemade mallet, and this, I made this one out of Osage. But I just whack the hell out of it. You don't want to go steel on steel because you put a burr on it, and burr's the last thing you want to be doing, putting into your Morse taper. Anyway, let's get back to roughing this bowl out. I'm going to take some off the corner, and then from about here up I'm going to angle up into for the rim. So we'll start off on the corner, tool handle low, just using the tip of the gouge. These are more or less finesse strokes. Really don't want to take off a whole heap of wood just for only shaping the wood. I'm still using my 5/8 bowl gouge. If anybody says you can't do a fine cut with a 5/8 bowl gouge, there's a shaving I just took off. By the cup, I'm just taking small cuts. I'm not watching my gouge, I'm actually watching up here, the back side. I know my gouge is on wood, so then I just watch up there to see how my profile's going. tail stock. Get the support on the bevel. Then we'll just need the whole body, and still taking a small cut. As we run up the side. See if we got rid of all that bark yet. Yep, all gone. And I've been able to retain this dark heartwood going across the bottom, which is gonna, this bowl's gonna look absolutely gorgeous. But this wood has got some beautiful colour to it. It's American elm. My neighbour from across the street has taken a whole tree down, and he said that I can have the tree. I've got all the big branches off it so far. Hopefully in the next few days he's going to be taking the main trunk and the other big branches that are left on the trunk down, and you can bet your last dollar I'll be going over and getting all of that I can. Alright folks, please click like and subscribe. Jamie, I hope this video has helped you out, and when you get that new grizzly lathe, give me a call, and if you have any trouble setting it up. Once again folks, my phone number is 817-724-7612. Email russbar56@gmail.com. I'll see if I can edit that in the video somewhere along the line, so if you see it pop up, then don't jump out of your seat. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe. Bye for now.